Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry for the fancy attire, or not sorry. Um, I went to my brain surgeon today, and I kind of like to look nice for those folks. So, there's they found something else suspicious, but it's not in that area. It's another part of my body, and then the lungs. And you know, life is promised to nobody, and I ain't no Debbie Downer. So let's move along. Let's see, where was I go? Oh, the promise for this evening's teaser from this evening's teaser was influences I had upon myself that were so very important to me that got me through so much horror. Um, you read it in my book extensively, chapter by chapter, person by person, family member by family member. I clung, as it says in the book, I clung to music. I clung to media. Music, primarily media, television, just like y'all. Um, so I wanted to compare and contrast. So I wrote this as a reminder. Can you see that? I think you can see that. Yeah. Okay, so 25 influences versus 79 influences. Well, let's start with today. I'm driving back from the brain surgeon, and I'm trying to process this stuff as best I can. I'm kind of surprising myself a little bit with the third scare. Uh, Irrelevant. So I'm driving home, and I'm thinking, kind of what used to get me through this stuff when I was a kid before the nightmare that befell me at 14. Well, my whole life, but and I started thinking about media and music and influences and things that I watched regularly, not nearly as much as TikTok, but we didn't have that. But there were major influences out there in media, in music, for sure, bands, vocalists. And then let's also compare and contrast filtered through my humble perceptions, not opinions, facts, actually. So that was kind of where a little bit touching on where things were at for me in terms of influences early on that helped me get through all these things, whether it's cancer scares or whether it's toxic emotional manipulation. Um, then I look at today, man, because I have a 21-year-old son. He's on TikTok all the time. His friends, who I adore, are as well, of course. And then I try not to look at television. I brag kind of that haven't owned a television since 2018. Don't have one in the house. My son has one, goes all over the wall. But I use my phone for everything, and it's a crappy phone. But I read tremendously online, good articles, current articles. That's kind of where my influence lies. Movies for sure on my phone, on my tablet, because I'm like obsessed with film. Always have been, and not just acting. You know, in and of itself, film. So I don't know. I mean, it's like, so I'm thinking, like life promises nothing, right? Like, is my song at the next intersection? It's always the other guy. I'm a good driver. And I'm thinking, well, what do I see like flashing before me in terms of, on YouTube, my beloved YouTube, because of you guys, because it's bringing me to you, and you know that if you follow my show. So I'm looking and I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, there's media, news media, and then there's like what is on forever, like mainstream. I mean, is it all reality television? Is everything reality television? Maybe I'm not like diving deep enough. But I've been on reality television, actually. We won't go into it, but I was in an episode of a reality television show, and and we all know that like they put you in rooms and tell you what to talk about. They don't give you scripts, but they say, okay, talk about the yogurt for half an hour. So that's what you do. And I mean, I know there's like really legitimate, like high-end ones that are kind of like irresistible, but I mean, the Chinese billionaire ladies, you're just watching walking jewelry. Buy women's wear daily. You'll see better jewelry. Um, it's like floating dresses. I don't know, in the penthouse. I don't know. Or they cook or drink or go in their cars. And what do they have in common with us or you or me? I mean, what is I don't know. What does their furniture have to do with the price of eggs? I don't know. I'm crazy. And then I turn the channel and there's like um, Amish housewives. Um, okay, I mean, like Wikipedia Amish housewives, and you're done in 20 minutes. I don't need, like, I don't know, 3 seasons of Amish housewives, or I don't know, sticking lovers or friends on islands and making the girlfriends jealous with other girls. And is this what we want to watch? Don't watch me, but I'm not here to tell you what to watch. I'm only here to tell you what influenced me. And if you are interested in the person that I act like, I'm just kind of comparing and contrasting, not yours, but a certain, like, demographics influences versus my influences at that time, or at your ages, not your ages, but their ages, these, whatever. So I don't know if my influences were like Pleasure Island or whatever they're called, and guys, really, Chinese billionaires, ladies. I mean, okay, to each. I mean, it's entertaining. Like, I can watch like a clip, but like, that's what more is there than that clip? Clue me in. Anyway, so my influences. Where are we at? Oh, goody. I have a few minutes. My influences were people that I actually were blessed to meet. Donna Summer. I was blessed to, like, be in the front row of her 1978 concert and go backstage and talk with her and listen, and then be in one of her recording studios. So yeah, that's major influence. But beyond that, I had, like, what plastered my walls were pictures from movies and like music posters, like not Peter Frampton, but whatever, not Hall and Oates, but do the math. I had Policewoman was my favorite TV show, which was very hard hitting and as current as today. Go friggin' watch it. No offense. Policewoman with Angie Dickinson. Unreal, man. Same subject matter. Or watch, like, those American horror stories. I mean, damn, those are good actors. Watch any. I mean, I watched an old movie. Anyway, I'm getting into today, but those were my influences. Like, Fleetwood Mac. I mean, I don't know, like, or take your pick. That's what I was watching. That's what I was obsessed with. That's what was pinned to my walls. That's what I had on my tape deck, not an 8-track, thank you, a cassette. Like, on my bed, like, looking at my posters and listening to the same albums over and over, and talking with my friends, and not watching, or not having phones to use. I mean, the phone was hung up in the kitchen and had a long cord on it that allowed you conveniently to go to the bathroom. And that's as high tech as it got. Oh, good, we have a few more minutes. So I don't know I mean, I was profoundly influenced by these artists and these vocalists and these actors on television and these series, like real series, like, the American horror, I mean, like, serious stuff, like acting and good writing. Hello, my book's coming out. It's actually getting closer today. I'm like actually inches away from the pay now button, which is helping with all of this brain surgery discussions. Trust me. So anyway, I guess my point is, like, just, like, take a third look at what real estate you are allowing in your brain. Because everything you think about, everything you do, everything that influences you is really essentially, like, physiologically taking up real estate in your brain that you may not have room for. You may not have. I can't sit I like TV just like you guys. I like cable. I like shows. I cannot sit for 2 or 3 hours watching it, though. I'm sorry. I want to think. I want to have tea. I want to think. I want to talk with my husband. I want to talk with a neighbor. I want to visit her dog. I want to read a good article. I want to not think about all the other crap, at the brain surgeon, and find my bliss in this moment and not have to watch walking jewelry. I don't know. Just my opinion. We're at 10 minutes. You'll never know how much I love you guys. And you're not my therapist, but what can I say? I look forward to it. And I look forward to you reading my book. It's going to be out soon. It'll be available. And what more can I say? Sorry about the fancy attire. It's not exactly my brand. Love you. Bye.